Coming up today, we're joined for a chat by Jacob Ridgeway.
I feel like I'm a product of the environment that I grew up in and listened to, and really just kicking back on that sound. But at the end of the day, I just want to make music that's authentic.
I'll tell you about an odd, milky collaboration, and Big Dan will tell you about an explosive evening for Newcastle music. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai land, this is The Good Stuff, powered by BYD on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff. Dairy Farmers Classic are about to release 2 limited edition nostalgic flavoured milks. First up is an 80s soda classic, creaming soda flavoured milk, as well as a vanilla themed milk that captures the flavours of Hokey Pokey ice cream. Woolworths shoppers will be able to get their mitts on these from the 6th of November. To find out more, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au.
Newcastle Live. Newcastle Live.
Behind the scenes at West Best Bloc Fest, we were able to have a chat with award-winning singer-songwriter and proud First Nations Warramai and Gamilaroi man, Jacob Ridgeway. Let's get into it.
You and I have known each other for a while now.
Little minute.
But the last time, so I don't often interview on The Good Stuff, right? But I asked Bonnie to step aside for this one. You know, just bringing the place down as soon as you get here, mate.
Oh, look, I kind of want some Maccas anyway, so it's attracting.
Don't give up. That's our trademark secret, mate. Like your sunglasses, your trademark.
Nah, these are Corey's.
Look, I suppose I'll get straight to the question. You were prolific there for a while, and then I knew different, but from the outside looking in musically, you went quiet, and now all of a sudden it seems like you've put your foot back down on the accelerator. I want to know why.
COVID made me reevaluate things, like many people.
Yeah, right.
And I needed to pay bills.
Yep.
So I ended up taking an industry job, working in industry, and I was doing a lot of programs with some organisations and companies all around Australia, and I was focusing a bit more on, building other careers around Australia more than my own. I was still writing, I was still doing a lot of stuff, but yeah, bills to pay.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I suppose, and
You still got bills to pay though, so why now?
because I can gig more.
Yeah, right.
I can gig, I can fall back on that. But I got to a point around mid-year this year, and I'm just like, okay, time to put my foot back in it. I did a Sounds Australia showcase over in Nashville for CMA Fest, and just got empowered to quit work and focus more on my own stuff again. And it's been beautiful.
Was it the stage, or was it just being there around the music community?
I think it was a combination of a lot of things, like building up before I went over there, and I'm like, all right, cool, like I love and would still love to facilitate a lot of those songwriting camps and all of those things to empower musicians, composers, songwriters to be the best that they can be. But I just got to a bit and I'm like, maybe I'm getting a little bit old now. Young face. Old knees, but no. But yeah, no, I just wanted to focus on my own stuff. I got shit to say.
Yep.
And I want to be able to put my stuff out again. So it's been good to be able to play some new music here today, and then here at King Street, and then off to Bernie's Bar at 4. So I'm keen to share the evolution of me, I suppose.
Yeah, right. Well, and let's talk about that evolution and talking about, wanting to create, because while I think you could put a box around the sound that you've got R&B, right? But I sort of feel like there's a bit more genre bending going on.
Without a doubt.
But then again, I would say that you are part of, I don't think when people think Newcastle music, they think about that sound, but I think you're a part of a real sleeper, community, because I think there is a lot of great R&B coming out of Newcastle, but it's often not talked about. Am I just on the outside not realising, or do you feel like that too?
No, I feel like that too. I feel like there's a lot of great R&B artists that were from here that have had to get crust elsewhere in the country for sure. Like Ronnie Harriento for one, killer songwriter, killer artist in his own right. And Marchie's even on thing, he's got his own little genre blending stuff as well. I know it's I grew up with an eclectic mix of music. My mum and my pop, country music artists, heavily influenced by that. And I suppose I didn't start doing music in Newcastle. I started doing music in Brisbane. I was playing football here, and it was the empowerment thing of like, oh no, that's football, you don't do music type of thing. So going away, being able to become empowered within myself to be the person I wanted to be as a musician, singer-songwriter, and then have that grow a bit more moving back here, moving back home as well. So like I said, I think we've spoke about it. There's so many gigs that I do that are never actually in Newcastle, and I always want to perform
In your hometown.
at my hometown. But life has always taken me everywhere to perform, and that's a great thing too. So to be here this weekend and share song and story, it's great.
Well, and you've got a lot of, I say talking, I'm going to stick on this genre line of question, and because you got a lot of hip hop influence in your music as well, and I don't think I'm alone, thinking that, country music is definitely an influence on many hip hop artists. How do you,
especially the new ones,
How would we hear country music in your music?
The songwriting, the storytelling, for sure.
Yeah,
without a doubt. But yeah, like there's so many artists I grew up loving. Like my mum grew up singing Gene Stafford.
Yeah, righto.
To me, there was the Keith Urban 1991 album, like after he won Star Maker. I remember those like vividly. Uncle Troy, Casa Daly. But then growing up, you're watching Rage. And then just listening to all the stuff on there, like 90s R&B, like a lot of my dad's mates and that around footy were always playing that. So if it wasn't like, there was like Jodeci, Brian McKnight, whatever was on radio, I loved. But then I bought The College Dropout.
Yeah.
Kanye. So
Changed everything.
man, I love liner notes.
Yeah.
I love liner notes. So when you can go through the liner notes and hear all these samples used, you go back to listening to those at its purest form. So I'm going back to listening to Billie Holiday, Michael Bolton when he was in Blackjack.
Yep.
I feel like I'm a product of the environment that I grew up in and listened to, and really just kicking back on that sound. But at the end of the day, I just want to make music that's authentic. If I feel it, that's all that matters. Because then it's going to come across.
Of course. And talking about making that, like, give us something to go here, mate. Like, have we got something you're working on? Are we going to hear something soon?
Yeah, come to Bernie's at 4 o'clock.
All right, there you go, you got it.
No, there's definitely some stuff I've been working on for sure. So, did a song for Newcastle Writers Festival at the start of the year, and I've just kind of been working on that a little bit more. And I think a lot of the stuff that I've got coming to is it's been different because I think it's hard to write because some of the stuff is hard to confront.
Yep.
So, and I like just writing things, being personal, being vulnerable. I don't think it's done enough in a raw manner from many male artists at all. Like, it's just party, bullshit, whatever. Yeah. And I like showing that vulnerability. Music to me is my mental escape, my mental sharing, and and hopefully we get to hear a bit more of it.
Well, we're looking forward to your set, and definitely looking forward to some new stuff. Take care,
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
This is where it
Sounds good.
Good stuff.
Newcastle is poised for another explosive evening of music when the annual Music of the Guns hits Fort Scratchley this November. The unique 2-hour live music event features performances from the Australian Army Band Newcastle and the Waratah Brass Band. The event will take over Fort Scratchley on the 4th of November this year. For more information, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
The good stuff. That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a huge thank you to Jacob Ridgeway for joining us for a chat. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.